with the white beans, which have been soaked overnight. And all of the vegetables with the dried herbs, diced up, ready to go in there. So simple. Brown up the pork. Put a little salt and pepper. By browning it, you get a better flavor, better color. You can make this in a slow cooker. So what are we going to do here? What we're going to do is brown up the meat and bones. As soon as it's brown, then I'm going to add this. And no sense in wasting film because you get bored just looking at something like this. So I'm sure this will take about an easy, maybe 20 minutes to a half hour. So that took about 10-12 minutes. Now add all the vegetables. Every minute, let the vegetables sweat up a little in there, and then we'll add the beans. So after sweating up the veggies nicely, and all that flavor that's stuck in the pan is going to go into this dish. And don't think that this is a lot of meat there. It may be 2.5 pounds, but you have almost at least a half a pound or more of bone in there. Now we'll add the tomato. If you don't like tomato sauce, you don't have to add that. And it all depends if you like spicy food. Put some fresh red pepper in there, or put some sriracha hot chili sauce, or put some black pepper. Now we'll add the beans. Just covered. Bring this to a boil and let it simmer until the beans and the meat are soft. That's it. I'm not going to add any more salt to this until later on. So when it comes to a boil, simmer it. I'm going to put a lid over it. So you need very little heat once it's covered. And it'll look good later. So we'll just wait. I'll time it. I think an hour and a half, possibly. Oh, one more item. I like a little wine. So we'll add a cup of chardonnay. Or your favorite white wine. I don't care what it is. You're the one who's going to enjoy this. This will reduce, and if it's not reducing enough because it's covered, at a certain point you take the cover off and it'll reduce even faster. Like I said, after it comes to a rapid boil, which it did, lower the flame. You could just about see the flame, and that's just fine. See the few bubbles? Well, they'll bubble even faster when the lid is on. I set my timer for an hour, and I'm going to come back and check it then. Well, an hour has passed, and the beans are done. Pork has a little more time to go. And I found a piece of green pepper in the refrigerator. I always like to throw that in if I have it. So I threw that in. Now I'll let this cook. With the lid off. And raise the flame a little. That'll reduce. And at the end, there's two ways you can go with this. Leave the beans whole. Serve it in a soup plate, so you have nice broth to go with it. Or you can crush the beans and have everything a little bit thicker. It's up to the individual. So I'll be back in 15 minutes to see how this is going. Well, it's taken about an hour and 20 minutes. We're all done. I am leaving the beans, I'm not crushing them, I usually do. Now, I don't know if I mentioned it, but this is really only enough for 2 people. Because the rest of it is a lot of bone. And once you have the solid in there, and I'm going to serve this, not today, because it always tastes better the next day. I'm going to serve this with a nice scoop of rice. Because rice and beans always go well. There you go. So I hope you enjoy it. And look how nice the color is when you use tomato. Enjoy.